Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our prenatal yoga teacher training. So, today's topic is emotional and psychological considerations during pregnancy and postpartum. So, this one's huge. And your purpose as a yoga teacher during the prenatal yoga class is less of movement. Of course, it's movement, but the real value add that you have for your prenatal yoga class is offering emotional support and having creating a safe container for women to just be pregnant and feel all the feels. Okay, so if you are a teacher who has not been pregnant before, this section is really going to be helpful for you. But if you've been pregnant before and you're a yoga teacher, some of this stuff you kind of already know. So if you want to go fly by this training quickly, no problem. But we'll start with hormonal changes. So this one is feeling more emotional, especially during the beginning of your pregnancy, feeling a bit sick. Um, I know when I was first pregnant, I felt like more that I need to be on guard. And so I wanted my husband to be more around present when I first found out that I was pregnant because A, I was scared. And then B, it's kind of, I think it's a biological instinct to want to make sure that your protector provider is near you. So maybe you just want to be around more women, more people, or be around your partner, especially when you're in this vulnerable pregnancy. Not saying that you're vulnerable when you're pregnant, but there is some physical limitations that you can't do, and you just need some extra help, and that's okay. Anxieties and worries. The next point, anxieties and worries. There's a bunch of swirling thoughts that happen when you're first pregnant. A lot of the stuff comes from like nesting, comes from being prepared, wanting to know what's going to happen to your body. I know if you have one of those what to expect apps, I was always looking at what's the next month and what the baby looked like inside and what I would be experiencing. So that kind of contributes to some anxiety and worries of what to expect. But in the class, make sure you highlight things that are going on in every trimester and give them space to voice what they're worried about and what anxieties they have. So that's normal. So create space for that. And then body image and self esteem. So a lot of the women, and especially me, pride myself in like getting movement in every day. And what kind of sucks, or just like it's very different, it doesn't have to suck, is that some of the stuff that you used to do, you can't really do anymore because A, it's too much pressure on the abdominal space, like crunches, or you can't go as hard as before. So, for example, I used to do berries almost every day when I first was married, and then we first had the baby. And once I had the baby, first trimester, everything was kind of all out of sorts. I felt kind of sick going, the 8 speed that I used to go on, even though it's not that much, but I would feel like sick or kind of out of breath or just very, very weird. So so if you're really fit and you're used to having the six pack abs or doing your hit workouts hardcore, that is going to change, and that can contribute to some anxiety or stress, not feeling your usual self and getting used to the change. So that's something that prenatal women experience. The fourth point is bonding with your baby. So when moms are first pregnant, the baby is kind of an enigma. It's kind of like a spiritual concept. It's hard to grasp because you don't really feel the baby, not in the initial point yet. So when you create the meditation and moments where the moms can visualize and bond with the baby, that helps with them kind of getting used to the new them and the new, not really being alone, and always having a partner around. So make sure you do the baby bonding meditation, baby bonding visualization meditation that helps with bonding with baby. And also the belly breathing pranayama also helps with bonding with the baby. And then fifth, relationship changes. So as I mentioned before, with my husband, when I was first pregnant, I was like, oh, I'm scared and I have some anxiety, and I just need you to be more present than usual. So having that conversation with your partner, or just going to your prenatal class, which is what you're going to be hosting, giving them more chances to have support and more people that they don't have to entirely rely on their partner. If they don't have a partner, they have their friends in prenatal yoga class to help with what they're going through and also support their relationship changes. Next point, point six, fear of labor and delivery. I remember towards the end of my trimester, I was thinking, or third trimester, I was thinking, how am I going to get this baby out? And, I YouTube binged on people's birth stories because I wanted to know how people were getting babies out of their private parts and what would happen. And one of the things that you can do is incorporate positive affirmations in their meditation. One of the ones that I used during pregnancy was my pregnancy. Oh no, what it was. I trust that my body knows what to do when labor comes. I trust that my body knows what to do when labor comes. This is a natural process. People have been doing this for thousands of years. My body knows exactly what it needs to do. That's one affirmation that you can incorporate in the meditation. The other one is, my birth is so easy and stress free, and my baby arrives fast. That was one that I said, but feel free to alter that affirmation during the prenatal meditation. Um, and the next one is postpartum concerns. This one took me by surprise. And I would encourage your moms that when, of course, like it's a huge event to have a baby. But what's even huger that I was just kind of like brushed off my shoulder is postpartum. Postpartum is cray cray. So encourage your moms to also think about postpartum and get the support that they need, because after the baby comes out, you need tons of help. At least I did. So please encourage your moms to set up the system for them postpartum, having people around, getting food delivery, and basically telling your moms that it's okay to do nothing, because I needed someone to do that for me and tell me that. So it's okay to do nothing. You don't have to be on call all the time with the baby. Please accept help. Um, Next is support system. Support system is friends, family, your prenatal yoga students. Have them introduce themselves to each other and find commonalities. If they live in the same neighborhood, encourage them to meet up. Self-care and stress management. This is where prenatal yoga comes in handy. And also, self-care is maybe just getting a prenatal massage, and make sure that you have contacts that you can share with them for prenatal massage, journaling, showing them some different meditations each class, and maybe they can do some on their own. Or maybe you host like 5-minute meditations every morning virtually for your students to help them, remind them to do self-care, especially if they're a working mom. It's hard to cut out time to just do some self-care. So even if you host like a 5-minute meditation for them to do their self-care, that's a really helpful for your students. And then last, educate them on postpartum mood disorder, postpartum depression. I had it. I don't even know if I was like technically diagnosed with it, but I did have it for the first month of baby being here. And it's like all these different emotions, and then all like, I can't even describe it. It's like pulling you one way and then the other. It's like wave of emotions. There's crying spells. Um, so I'll offer them also, if you have Rolodex of therapists or people that can help them through it, or maybe you link them to some YouTube videos that help them through it. Also have those resources for your moms. And then maybe you just create space if you are teaching postpartum class, again, for them to talk about what they're going through as a mom, a new mom. I don't know, the new mom situation is definitely huge and auspicious. I always think like, every mom should have a parade for them, a trophy. It's a monumentous event for every woman. Honestly, I think it's probably the biggest event in my life. Better than me passing the CPA test. It's huge. It's huger than that. Huger than me finishing high school, college. Like being a mom is just crazy. Um, but it's not crazy in a bad way. It's good as well. It's rewarding. I mean, I love my daughter. I can't think of myself without thinking about her. But anyways, that is it for this training. Let me know if you have any questions about this. The point of this training is, or this section of the training is so that you're just aware, especially if you are like a teacher who is not a mom yet and you still want to teach prenatal yoga. This is just so you're aware of what the moms are going through, and then you're able to cater the class towards that. And when they do mention some of the things that they're feeling, you're able to remember this training and know that, yeah, okay, I get it. Anyways, if you have any questions, leave a comment, email me, let me know, and I will see you in the next training. Okay, catch you later.